Hello, my name is Cinda Brock and I am the founder and trainer for Champions Equestrian. Today we are working on our bareback position and seat. It's going to eventually transition us into tackless riding, but as you can see, we've got Zoe on her horse Court. And the setup that we have is we don't have a bareback pad, a saddle, or anything on him. You are going to see that he has a bit in his mouth and she has reins. And then you're going to see something around his neck that literally looks like a lead rope or a rope. We're going to use this later, but for now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about position and moving with the horse whenever we're riding without tack. One of the most amazing things as you get comfortable with riding is riding bareback. Okay, some people are comfortable with just being this connected to the horse, and some people may need to have a bareback pad in between or a saddle pad in between. And the incredible part about teaching lessons with people when they're riding bareback, and I do this with all of my students no matter what level or discipline that they ride, is how to feel the horse. And so this is absolutely the most connected you can be to your horse. Your spine is perpendicular to their spine. Your muscles and seat bones are on each side of their spine. And then the other amazing piece is that you feel every footfall, every muscle moving in their back, in their body, and how they react. This is the closest you can be to your horse, and connecting with their horse is riding bareback. And so what I would suggest is that you get some mileage riding in a saddle, and then you start to ride bareback and you start to even progressively do it at a walk first, okay? And so as you watch Zoe, it's very similar to the equitation, the horsemanship position, the dressage position. Basic position and seat, no matter what you ride, is where your shoulders are over your hips and your hips follow down through the back of your heel. Now, when you are bareback, depending on the size of the horse's withers that are coming up in front of you, you may decide to roll a little bit back onto the pockets of your seat to take pressure off of the bone in the front where the withers is. And so as you're watching Zoe, she's really moving with the horse. You can see her subtle movement with her hips. As the horse takes a left front step, her left hip comes forward. As he takes a right front step, her right hip comes forward. So it's almost like this little bit of a rocking motion, left to right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Good. And the walk, remember, has a 4-beat pattern. We've talked about this in our series as well. She's going to move into the sitting trot. So when you're ready, just close your leg. But watch her position. Notice how she's moving with the horse. And when I instruct people and they're riding bareback, they are just the expression on their face, it's a little bit scaringly exciting. And here's what I mean by that. It's exciting because you're feeling everything that the horse is doing and you're connected. It's a little scary because there's nothing between you and the horse, okay? It's just your body. And so a lot of people get very excited about riding bareback, and yet it's a little bit on the scary side as well. You just keep working through it. If you needed to ride 5 or 10 steps at the trot and then walk and reposition. Just staying centered is a big part of riding bareback. If you're comfortable, you can move him into the canter. But notice her position. Zoe is very consistent with where she sits riding the horse between the leg and the rein. Our canter is our 3-beat rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And what you're watching is her seat scoop in the direction that she's going. And all the time that she's on the back of the horse, her shoulders are over her hips are scooping forward. She's connected to the back of the horse, moving with him. Notice how there's not a lot of shift, okay? You can tell this rider has practiced hours without saddles, okay? And so she's moving with the horse beautifully. When you're ready, downward transition in any way you want. Nice deep breath. What a great pair. You guys, it takes time to build this, and the amazing part about riding bareback and communicating anything with your horse, from groundwork to round pin work to saddle work to obstacles to bareback, is that you're building that relationship and that seat and that trust with your horse.